Yeah, go.
Where's the pizza, boys?
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, where you can build websites, online stores, blogs, and company portfolios. So I got this radio-controlled rock bouncer a little while ago. The trouble is, it was quite disappointing. So we tried to make it better and failed miserably. So this is the motor that came out of it. The trouble is, it was way too fast. It made the car completely unstable. And if you wanted to go slow with it and try and crawl it a little bit, you couldn't. It would just cough and splutter and stutter and not really go anywhere. So we upgraded it to a Hobbywing ACK system and it still sucks. Whoa, it's got a delay. When you're rock bouncing, you need instant power to be there when you need it, and this hasn't. I want to give it a little blip to jump up there, and it doesn't. Look at the delay. And then suddenly loads of power comes on. It takes ages for the power to come off. No, definitely not usable. So it made it completely unusable. It took a long time for the throttle to come in, and then when you let off, it took ages for the throttle to come off. So if you wanted to pop it up onto something, you couldn't. So here we have the Castle Mamba X. Now the Mamba X is going to make it crawl a lot better than the stock motor, but also give it a load more power. So I'm hoping it's going to be a lot more controlled when you're going slow, and also when you really go for it, it's going to be a lot faster. This system here can take 3S. The system that came out of it can take 4S. This can take 6S. And the more S lipos you have, the more power it's got. Check this out, guys. Hopefully this is going to have horsepower and control. So we're going to stick it in and then see if it's any good. Also, check out these tyres. So Jason from Redfin Models kindly donated these. Check that out, guys. That just looks nasty. A few of you guys have been asking for an update on the monster truck. More on that a bit later. Alright, let's get it all fitted. But first, a couple of words from today's sponsor, Squarespace. So Squarespace allows you to build your very own websites, online stores, blogs, company portfolios, and much more. You don't need any experience, so no HTML, no coding, none of that stuff, just simple drag and drop. So here's a little website that I've built recently. And bear in mind, I'm a novice. So starting out, you'll have a few templates to choose from, and then all these sections here are easily edited. So you click on there, everything is super easy to adjust. You can add and remove photos. So if I want to add more, all I've got to do is grab it from here, drag it into there, and it's automatically going to upload it. Boom! Look how easy that was. So head over to squarespace.com to start your free trial and see how easy it is to build your very own website. And then, when you're ready to launch, just head over to squarespace.com/Kevin Talbot and you'll save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Right, that's enough waffle. Let's get it all fitted and then we'll take it out for a rip. So the motor that came out of it has actually got a much bigger shaft than the motor that we're going to put in it. So I've got this little piece of tube here that ATES Steve gave me. I cut a piece off, drilled a hole in it, and there we go. We have an adapter. You can buy adapters, but I want to crack on with it now. Next, we've got to solder on the battery connector. So these connectors do come with a cover that you can put over there, but I don't use them because when you're bashing, these can snap really easily, so it's better just to heat shrink it. So the Castle Mamba X system is a sensored system, which means it comes with a sensor lead. And that plugs into the speed controller and then into the back of the motor. Basically, the sensor lead tells the speed controller the position of the motor and it makes it super smooth and super controllable, especially when you're going slow. On the sensorless system, it just relies on the main wires here and the speed controller's got to try and figure out what to do. So sometimes when you first accelerate, it's going to stutter. When you're trying to crawl and go slow, that's no good. And yes, I know, it's a rock bouncer. You're going to tell me, yes, Kev, it's not supposed to go slow. But I want to go slow with it as well. You know, when we take it onto a crawler track, you can't go flat out on there. It's not really any good for that. So I want it to be good at both crawling and for bashing. So next, we've got to calibrate the speed controller to the radio. And it tells you how to do it here. I'm not going to bother filming it because it's boring. So now, we can put it all back together again. And then we can take it out for a rip. Oh no, look, to put these 4 link bars on here, the body's got to come off. So I'm going to do that off camera and then get you back on in a minute. Boom! There we go, all back together again. So let's quickly get these brand new tyres onto these rims and then we'll take it out for a rip. Oh my God, guys, just check out how evil these things look. But anyway, let's chuck a battery into the crawler, see how fast it goes on a 3-cell LiPo, and then we're going to chuck in a 6-cell LiPo. So that's going to be double the power. Yes! Oh, let's see how well it can crawl. Look at that, we can go nice and slow and full power. Oh, that's what rock bouncing is all about. Uh-oh, is it gonna survive the death drop? Oh, yes, and it survives. All right, let's get it out in the real world. And then we're going to try it out on a 6S LiPo and try out those nasty tyres and see what happens. Actually, I'm too impatient. I want to see what it can do on 6S now. 6S, baby. Oh my God. Jesus. Alright, let's get it outside. That's way too fast to try it out inside. So we are back at Arc Raceway. Last time we came here, it didn't do too well because we had the wrong speed controller in it. But now, we got the Castle Mamba X in there. So Tony has got a trial. Here's Tony's one. So we're going to start off on this trial here. Last time we could get round it, but it kind of struggled. Then afterwards, we're going to hit this one here, and it goes all the way from there, all the way to over there. So this is Tony, the boss man, and he's cheating. What? He's cheating. We got a FTX Ravine, we got a crawler, we've got more rock bouncer, we got a, what's this one called? No, he doesn't know, whatever that is. Oh, look over here, we got a 6x6. You gonna win, Dan?
I don't know, I'll have a good go.
Everybody ready? Ready? Yep, everyone's ready. Go on then, Tone, shows how it's done.
Loving the massive mini at the front.
Will the rock bouncer keep up with these other cars? That is the question. And we are crawling better now, look, we are crawling. We have got some crawling ability, but we've also got the power for bouncing, which we will demonstrate in a minute. So these guys are making it over there pretty good. Tony leading the way. Oh, he's already stuck. Can the Rift make it through? Oh, straight over. It's crawling pretty good. Here we go with the I don't know. And the 6x6. 6x6 making easy work of it. Oh, and what we got here? What's this car?
TRX4.
TRX4 Sport. Go on, Tony, show us how it's done. Oh, look at that, straight over. And he's rock crawling pretty good as well. Look at that, made easy work of that.
I've seen some videos. Didn't you upgrade it?
Yes, we're fully modified now.
I know you have 2 cats.
Ah, yes, we got 2 cats. Oh, no, you fell off.
First time, and the Guardian, and we've got pants and rocks so far. I've had one.
Let's see how well it can go over the rocks. Oh, look at that, straight over. Tony's got the articulation, but has he got the power?
There's the tip someone, isn't it?
Not really.
Oh, no. Right, he's finally made it across.
That extra weight from the mini body must have slowed it down.
Yeah, and now you've got to make it over that bit and all the way over. Right, there he goes, easy work of that. A 15-year-old Axial. They're still doing it. It is a scale rig, so it is struggling a little bit. Right, so we can crawl over it slowly.
No.
There we go, we're rock bouncing it. Oh, look at that. Straight over with the bouncing.
Oh no, look at
Oh, and the 6x6 is going. Tony's off. The ravine's off. Let's see if we can crawl it first. If we can't crawl it, then we'll bounce it. Oh, look at that, straight over. Tumble wumble. Next, we're going to have a race and see whose is the fastest. Here we got the contenders. Ready, steady, go. Oh, we fell over. Oh, wheels off. Oh, wheels off. So luckily, Ian has a spare wheel nut and we've got these tyres to try out. So we're going to bung these on there and then we're going to see how it does on trial number 2. There we go, we got them all fitted. keep up with Tony. Go on then, Tony, show us how it's done. Nice. The rift is definitely geared higher, but can it do it? Maybe not. Oh, we've run up easy, yeah. There we go. Oh. Can it race the mad van? Ready, steady, go. We're gone. Oh, tumble wumble. So there we go from racing back to crawling. It can do it all. Ready for backflip. Maybe not. Oh, guys, we have an issue. Listen. Ah, yeah, they're giving it a cuddle. I think you fixed it. Well, it's got a bit warm. Can it do a backflip? Oh! Oh, nearly. Ah. Nailed it! Guys, this thing's doing well now, but we need a better servo saver. Look at that. The Armour 3S1 hasn't got the power. So now we've put it onto 6S. Check it out, guys. Hopefully, it's not going to blow the tyres off. We've got some drag racing people over there, so we're going to see how fast it is compared to them. So first, we've got the GPS on there. Let's see how fast it goes, and then we're going to have a race. Oh, no! Guys, it's completely uncontrollable at that speed. 41 mile an hour. Let's see if we can get it to go to 50. Oh, tumble wumble. Oh, wheels. Yes. Ah, 42. So now we're about to have a drag race. We've got a proper drag racer. We've got my bouncer. We've got the Harvey. We've got Clayton. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Of course.
Ready, steady, go. Oh, rock bouncers fell over almost. Ah. Standing backflip attempt. No. I'm scared, but we need footage of holding it flat out. He's up for doing it flat out, and the dad's up for holding it. So he's got that.
It's alright, I've got kids, I don't need them anymore.
Well, it hasn't blown.
Where's the pizza, boys?
Pizza, anyone? Oh, this toy looks familiar. Where'd you get that one from?
That'll be from Redfin, Kev.
I've crashed this car before.
I know.
Oh! Sorry. Skate park time! Thank you! Oh, we saved it! Oh, it took it! How did it take it? It takes it! Look at that! Look, it's still going! How can it take it?
Quite spicy, isn't it?
Ow! Does it hurt? If you hit your shin, it hurts, yeah. Anybody else want to go?
No pass, thanks.
Anybody else want to go?
No.
No? It's softcore. Oh.
Ready? Yeah.
Oh. Oh, guys, it stinks in there. The motor's getting warm, and look at the lipo. But we've got a way of fixing it. Snowflake warning. Look away.
It's bug all in it, won't go anyway. No. That's why it's puffed.
That's laughing at you, Dad. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So when lipos are fully discharged, or even if there's not much in there, they're very unlikely to actually catch fire. When they're fully charged, they're in a vulnerable state. And if you hit them with a hammer or anything like that, there's a high chance there's going to be a fire. When we show you blowing up lipos, it's not so that you go along and copy it. It's there so you can see how dangerous these things can be if you don't treat them properly. Now inside, the motor did stink. So let's plug it in and make sure that it still works. Oh, guys. I think we killed it. Another expensive video. So the speed controller is rated for 6S lipos. The motor is not. I think it's rated only for 3S. And usually you can put more in them, but if you let them get too hot like this one did, you can smell it, it was hot, then they're going to die. So if you're going to do it to yours, do it at your own risk. Also, look here, we bent the sway bar, but no big deal, we've got a Trill heavy duty one to put on it. This Armour servo saver is way too weak for this rig, so Trill Hobby are actually going to design one and make one and send it to me once they've got one ready. So with that censored motor system, it definitely made it crawl a lot easier, but it's still relatively highly geared, so when you're really trying to do technical crawls, it's difficult. But there is a solution. Axial make a 2-speed gear conversion, so you can shift it from first to second gear on the controller. And then with that low speed crawler gear, then this thing is really going to crawl well. So we're going to have another video coming out with this soon. I think we're going to have to find a different motor, put the sway bars on. We've also got some alloy wheels coming, the 2-speed conversion, and see if we can build the world's best radio controlled crawler that can go slow and also go fast. A few of you guys have been asking for an update on the monster truck. So at the moment, I'm just mounting the seat. We're still waiting for the engine and transmission. We've got a big block Chevy V8 supercharged going in there. We have a problem with these wheels. The hub here is too big to fit inside the wheel. So I think I'm going to get these modified. I'm going to get this taken out. We're going to move it over, have it flush. That's going to give us more room to get it over the hub. And it's also going to make the truck a little bit wider. And then we're also going to weld on a ring on here so that we've got a little bit more stiffness on this inner bead, because when you land big jumps, you can bend it. And we found a problem with the sway bars, because where I've made these axle housings a lot wider than normal, usually that's where the sway bar goes. On the narrow axles, that would mean that this sway bar is actually sitting straight. But if you look at mine, look at that angle. So that rod end on the top here, and especially the one at the bottom, is already maxed out fully. So once that axle articulates, that's going to snap off or bend or do something bad. So we've got these brackets here, and I think we're just going to weld that onto there. I don't really want to grind into this nice powder coating, but what can you do? No idea what these brackets are for. PEI, who built most of the parts on this truck, they said to me that they're for mounting the seat, and I can't figure out where they go. So if anybody knows where they go, let me know in the comments. People said about the torque settings, why am I not using a torque wrench for doing anything up on these monster trucks? Usually, everything you do it up FT. You do it up a lot tighter than you would normally with a torque wrench. That's how Monster Jam do it, so if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. We've got to weld up some straps to hold the fuel tank in. We've got to fit the steering column, all the hydraulics. We've got to put the pedals in. Front drive shaft still got to go on. A lot of you guys have been asking me, when's the next monster truck video coming out? Not fully sure yet. I'm filming some footage here and there. Once we've got enough footage together, and once I can put it together to make a full video, then I'm going to get another video out. Not really sure when, maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe something like that. So subscribe and smash the bell to stay notified.